So this is part 3 of building foundations. Now I want to talk about the side piece, that a lot of people are entertaining and all of that. Now the thing is, the side piece is not your friend. No. The side piece knows you are married, knows you are already married, you already have children. And a lot of these, the people you have on the side, they are not sitting down waiting for you. A lot of them are also into other things with other people. And sometimes they are into things with multiple people. A lot of the side piece, you see, their main mission is to cash out. A lot of them. A lot of the people you are keeping as side piece, their main mission, goal, objective, purpose, assignment is to cash out. All they want is the money. Yeah. And you see, one of the dangerous things is that a lot of these side people, I'll use side piece. A lot of them have strange covenants with strange altars. Strange covenants with strange altars. And sometimes you ask, what has light got to do with darkness? What does a Christian man, woman, doing with somebody who has certain covenant with strange altars? It's like wearing a white robe. It's like putting on you a white robe, and then you go out yourself and then dip your hands in the mud and rub it on your white garment. It's very serious. Very serious. And if you look closely at people who engage and get themselves into some of these things, one of the things that starts showing up immediately and the very moment after they break that covenant of marriage is financial problems, which eventually leads to the breakup of the marriage. How are you going to build foundations? It's very important. You see, some people, a lot of us, if you've watched closely, here on the continent, our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, and then our uncles and distant aunties who were carried away into the new world. If you look closely, it's the same thing going on over there. Side piece, side hustle, side chick, side guy, side chick, side guy. The marriages are breaking up. One of the problems we face as a people and a race is sexual perversion. If you look at the black man closely, one of the areas we are having problems is this area. And it's disturbing. You even look in the society, you look at some of the youth that are coming up. They are so obsessed. So obsessed. The only thing going on in their mind is, I like this girl, I like that boy, I like this girl. That's all we're doing. How are you going to build foundations? How are you going to build foundations when you become obsessed with some of these things? Nobody is talking about it. And if you look closely at us, those of us here on the continent, the Caribbean, and the rest of us in the new world, if you look closely, you realize a lot of us never had a time we decided to build foundations. A lot of us. So people come, they work, they waste everything and die. That is what's going on. And a lot of the times, where that waste is coming from is a lot of the side piece issues. That is why a lot of the waste, you can track a lot of the waste. telling you. So people come, live life, work, waste everything before they pass on. One of the sad things is when they're even passing on, before they even pass on, they don't even share their experiences with the next generation. Why? Because we have never made up our mind to build foundations. We've never made up our mind to build foundations. You know, when it comes to building foundations, if the first generation or that generation that decides to build foundations, if that first generation doesn't have what it takes, doesn't have the means to secure wealth, what they can do is make sure they bring up, teach, prepare the next generation in a way that will keep them in line. A lot of times, raising the children in a certain way. You see, if you come down here, a lot of people throw their children in the school, pay school fees, buy provisions, and they think a child is being trained. Yeah, that's not how you train. That is not training. No. You have to be engaging those children, speaking to them, talking to them, speaking to them, interacting with them, seeing what they have there in their head. And any parent that has spent time to do some of this, you realize that your children start asking certain questions. They start telling you certain things they've heard people saying. They start telling you what certain friends are saying in school. You know, a lot of parents are not doing this. They pay school fees, they throw their child in the school, give the child some money and some provision. They think, I'm taking care. They're not taking care of them. Taking care, really preparing the next generation. Listen, if what we are doing here in life was a race where one has to hand over the baton, wouldn't you make sure that the person who is going to receive the baton is at least prepared? Wouldn't you make sure that person is prepared to receive the baton? Huh? If that is your focus, people will put a lot of effort, time in making sure that one who is going to take this baton from me is not going to lose it. I'm telling you. But one of the things, if you've studied closely, some of these things I say, do your own research, do your own analysis, you realize that a lot of us, the mindset to even build foundations is not even there. It's not there. And those who want to build foundations, there's a way you have to engage the people who are going to take over from your generation. If you can't hand over money, if you can't leave wealth behind, at least let them have access to your wealth of experience. But that's not what happens here. People live life with all their experiences and they die with it without passing it on to the next generation. You see, if you didn't have whatever reason, if you couldn't leave wealth, if you couldn't leave land, you couldn't leave anything behind, but you opened up, got close to the people who are supposed to pick up from you, the next generation, shared with them some of your experiences, shared with them what you did that caused certain problems, shared with them what you did that brought certain successes to your life, you have shared your life with them. Those people in the next generation would have almost 50 years of your experience in their belt. They are 50 years ahead of all their colleagues because they have had the opportunity to listen to what all that their father went through and how he went this and how he went that. They've listened to all their mother went through, the mother went here, the mother did this, how she was able to survive, how she was able to come out of this. You have handed over all your life experiences to them. If you cannot leave them with wealth, if you cannot leave them with the land, at least leave them with your life to let them understand how you escaped this, how you were able to come to this success, what caused for you to lose that success. A lot of that is not being done. Watch for part 4.